one potential superstar gets back in the ring, and we break down another one. Please like and subscribe. Help us hit 10,000 subscribers. Leave us a comment. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday Night Fights. Let's get into it right away. Tank Davis gets back in the ring this weekend. We want to get into that, and then we're going to do a full breakdown on Teofimo Lopez. I want to do a bit of a deep dive analysis on the young phenom that is Teofimo Lopez. And what would happen if these two guys fought at 135, if Lopez and Davis fought at 135. But let's start with Tank Davis. Tank Davis was supposed to fight Abner Mares. It was supposed to be the biggest test of Tank's young career. It was supposed to offer him a test. Supposed to push him. But he was supposed to score a knockout. I think everyone was picking him to a much bigger guy score a knockout over Abner Mares and move on to bigger and better things. Well, Davis is now fighting Hugo Ruiz. It's no fault of his own. The problem isn't that Hugo Ruiz is a featherweight. The problem is he's really a junior featherweight and not a great one. Look, Hugo Ruiz is okay. He's okay. But he just fought like 2 weeks ago at 126, and his best weight is clearly 122. And even at that, at 122, that's super bantam or junior featherweight, whatever you want to call it. He probably isn't a top 10 guy, maybe 10 to 15. He twice fought Julio Ceja, and he lost to Hasagawa. And he's now fighting a massively large super featherweight in Tank Davis, who is, for lack of a better word, a tank of a 130-pounder. Right? I mean, there's no other way to describe the way Tank is built. He's Tank. This is a guy that stopped the Hasagawa is now going to fight Tank Davis. It's just not an intriguing fight. It's not a test. It's not a fight I'd want to see. It's not a fight I would even sanction if I was California. But it is what it is. You can't get mad at Tank for the fight. It's not his fault. He was supposed to fight Mares. Whatever you want to say, the fight with Mares, if you don't think he should be fighting Mares, that's one thing. But you can't get mad at him for this fight. You can't get mad at Mares. He suffered a very, very serious injury that very well could end his career prematurely. So you can't get mad at Abner, and you can't get mad at Hugo Ruiz. He's stepping up and he's taking a fight. He's taking a challenge. He's rolling the dice in this fight. This guy fought just 2 weeks ago on the Manny Pacquiao card. So you can't get mad at any of the participants, right? You can't get mad at Tank, you can't get mad at Abner, and you can't get mad at Ruiz. But the fight stinks. So just be mad at the situation. It does. It's absolutely no good. Especially if you're like me and you think Tank very well could be the one, right? If you think Tank is special, you want to see him tested, you want to see him fight the best. This fight is a bad sparring session. There's no denying Tank's incredible talent. His athleticism, speed, combination, punching power. Everything is there for Tank. His power and his athleticism and his speed and his combination punching is going to carry him a long way. But what his career just seems completely derailed and lost. It's like it's lost all its steam. And fighting at top 10 to 15 super bantamweight will do nothing to get you back on track. Look, the fight on the Mayweather undercard, the Mayweather-McGregor undercard, was a year and a half ago. He's fought once since then, and this will be the second fight. He's been highly inactive since that disappointing fight against Fonseca on the Mayweather-McGregor card. He has had one fight since that. He looked spectacular in that performance, let's be real. Against Cuellar, he looked great. He did. He captured the WBA 130-pound belt. It was a vacant belt that he won by beating it. Let's be real. He beat a washed-up, blown-up featherweight. Let's be 100. We can say he looked great, but he did. But he fought a washed-up little guy. Fought an old little guy. So make what you want of it. I'm not knocking the performance. You can only beat the guys they put in front of you. WBA told you off the belt, fight this guy. That's what they told him to do. But, so he's got his belt now. Now go unify. Now there's no excuse, right? That fight was almost a year ago, and he hasn't fought since. He's fought once in a year and a half, and that's it, against Quellar. Fights with Farmer and Lomar just aren't maturing. Like, they're not coming to fruition. He's not fighting Farmer. He's not fighting Loma. And fights with guys like Alberto Mercado or Miguel Berchelt, which would be great fights. But those fights aren't even being discussed. Where does Tank go from here? Tank's in a tricky spot here because, again, he's an all-world talent. He looks good. I don't think he's personally ducking anyone. But where does he go? Gary Russell Jr. said he'll jump up to fight him, and it's a makeable fight at 130. I don't know if he'd win that fight. I don't know that he'd lose that fight. It'd be a great fight. And Russell's also a special talent. He was also highly inactive. The plan should be, if you can get Gary Russell Jr., fight him. Maybe Tevin Farmer wants to fight him, fight Tevin Farmer. These fights can get made. And then go up to 135 and test him out there. It's time to make all these fights. Look, Tank is not a kid. He's 24. Okay? He's entering his prime now. He's not a little prodigy anymore. He's not a kid. He's a world champion. Actually, technically, he's a 2-time world champion. He gave up his IBF belt on the scales back in 2017. But let's run up to the guys at 130. I know on the PBC side there, Strong and Richard, at 126 pounds. But Russell said he'd be willing to go to 130. Santa Cruz says he's going to fight once or twice more at 126 and then go to 130. So these fights will be there for him. If not, he's going to go to 135. And then there's Mikey Garcia at 135. So wherever he goes, there's options, even on the PBC side. And the fight with Farmer, who's with the Zone and Matchroom, should be easy to make. And I am sorry for my voice, guys. If you can't listen to this, I truly understand. There's some mountain cedar allergy in Texas that is doing this to everyone. I'm sorry for my voice. But, the future for Tank is probably 1 or 2 more fights at 130 and then going to 135. And there's a lot of big money fights there, including, a fight with potentially down the road, Teofimo Lopez. And that's what we want to get into next. Let's get into Teofimo Lopez. Speaking of incredible speed, skill, power, and athleticism, this kid is the complete deal. He's got all the goods. One can't help, based on his lead hooks, reflexes, lightning quick speed, knockout power, all together, all rolled into one package. One can't help but compare him to a young Roy Jones Jr. And I'm not saying he's going to be that. That's not fair to put in anybody. But the similarities are there. I have noticed some flaws in Teofimo Lopez, but do they matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he just overly athletic and so quick, and then he can overcompensate for his mistakes with his athleticism? Look, he shifts his head. It's a tell. He dips his head before he throws his lead hooks. You can see it. Go back and look at it. Every time he does it every time. But the hooks are so powerful and so precise that you don't have time to react to it, from what I can tell. I'm wondering, he also keeps his jab way too low. He keeps his lead hand way, way, way too low. I'm wondering, a master counterpuncher, and this is not going to be your average fighter, even your B-level fighter. This is at the A level. Could you master counterpuncher? With Mikey Garcia's timing, we're talking about elite fighters here. Could they capitalize on this? Or is he far too quick and athletic that doesn't matter? Are his flaws outweighed by his athleticism? Does his athleticism and speed and power supersede his errors? Because look, he is not defensively great. He's not defensively Floyd Mayweather. He isn't. Offensively, he is something special though, and his defense is based on his reflexes and his speed. But it's gonna be you're gonna have to fight perfect to beat this kid. You really are. And I want to get into that because he doesn't have an easy road for him. He's going to have a real tough time capturing a belt. All 4 of the belts at lightweight, 135 pounds, are likely going to be held by Loma and Mikey Garcia, 2 of the 5 best fighters on the face of the earth. Can he beat those guys? Tell me what you think. I'm not saying he can or can't beat those guys. I'm simply asking a question. So getting a belt at 135 would likely, once Loma beats Comey, would mean going through one of the top 5 pound-for-pound guys, one of the special talents in boxing. Look, and I think he's going to be a special talent. I do. But can he beat those guys now or in the foreseeable future? Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. I'm as high on Teofimo as anyone else's. But you guys tell me what you think. Is that just too far over his head? Or could he beat those guys? You tell me. Does he move up to 140? He looks like a 140 pounder. He's a big guy for 135. But he can still make weight. But does he go up to 140 to get a belt? What if all the belts at 140, by the time he gets there, are held by Regis Prograis or Josh Taylor? Can he beat those guys? Now, he's not going to have a massive size advantage on Regis Prograis. He'll probably be smaller than Prograis. Do you want to pick him against Prograis? Do you want to pick him against Josh Taylor? Those would be great fights, but those are the kind of guys he's going to have to go through to get a belt. You could probably get him a belt at 35. At 40. Easier than you could at 35. The easiest fight for him that's makeable would be for Bob to get him in position to fight for the WBO at 140. You know who that is? That's Mo Hooker. Do you think he can beat Mo Hooker? Maybe. Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? If Hooker can keep him at distance, Hooker can land a million shots on him. Because again, I don't know. He's going to have a great performance to become a world champion. There's no easy belts for Teofimo Lopez to snag. They're just not right. They're not out there for me. Like if he wants to get a belt at 135, it's going to be Garcia or Loma. You guys pick him to beat either of those fighters? I don't know. No. Or if he goes to 40, let's say he has to beat Prograis or Taylor. Would you pick him to beat those guys? Tell me. None of those fights are going to be easy. Those are all world-class fighters. And then what about at 135? What about Teofimo Lopez versus Tank Davis showdown? I would be into that. What do you all think? Who do y'all pick? I kind of like Tank. I do. I think Tank is more battle-tested, and I haven't seen how Teofimo Lopez will respond to someone with the athleticism of Tank Davis. I think Tank is a bull. I think Tank is a special fighter. If you guys want to watch this Tank fight coming up and use that to assess where these two fight, where Tank is, we just got to watch Teofimo last week, this past weekend. If you guys want to watch Tank, and then let me know what y'all think. But I'm interested in what you guys think, how that would play out. Gervanta Davis versus Teofimo Lopez. That would be so much natural talent and power and athleticism in the ring. That would be that'd be a special fight. That would be an incredible display of talent and athleticism. I'm really into that fight, but let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts, comments below. Let me know what you think about my thoughts on Tank and my thoughts on Teofimo Lopez. Leave your thoughts, comments below. And again, let me know what you guys think on all the topics. For Tuesday Night Fights, from Texas to the world, this is 3D Boxing signing off, saying thank you and God bless.
Enjoy 3D Boxing vlog videos? Show us some love by clicking the like button. Don't miss a tweet, post, story, or video. 3dboxingvlog.com is also on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the subscribe button now to stay inside the ring.